telling you my 10 favourite finishers ever, basically. So, when I do the list, I was like, oh, what else is there? What else is there? And then I was like, as soon as I've done 10, it's like, oh, I could have included this one, or this one, or this one. So, I'm going to give one honourable mention, and then the rest of them, no. Usually, these moves are basically my favourite from a certain person doing it. But the honourable mention is the 5-star frog splash from Rob Van Dam, especially when he used to do a turn in midair. My favourite 5-star frog splash from what I remember, when he wasn't sure whether to frog splash Stone Cold Steve Austin or Kurt Angle, he jumped straight over Stone Cold, lands right onto Kurt Angle, a brilliant 5-star. Believe it or not, my first favourite finisher is actually a clothesline. The difference is though, this is the clothesline from hell, from Bradshaw, or JBL. This move genuinely looked like it could take your head off. Like in just like a normal fight, like it's believable. Could you imagine now, like climbing up onto a bin and just frog splashing someone? You look like an idiot. But doing a clothesline from hell is understandable. My favourite person to take the clothesline from hell was definitely Billy Gunn. The little rotation he used to do though. But JBL basically pulling out of nowhere, looked brutal on absolutely anyone, and you can do it on absolutely anyone. Next on the list is the Soul Snatcher. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, there is a wrestler in NXT called Sol Ruca. She is currently the Women's North American Champion. And best way to explain it, I don't know how she does it though, somehow she'll basically go onto the ropes, do a front flip towards the turnbuckles, and then like hit a cutter. Honestly, it's amazing to look at. This one I might be cheating on, but I don't care because it's my list. I'm going to go for a tag team finisher. See if you can guess it. It is the 3D. Just a normal flapjack into a cutter, but I think it looks absolutely incredible. Obviously you had the 1D version from Jay and Jimmy Uso. Jay and Jimmy. Jimmy and Jay, same people, but sounds different. And obviously it's a move you can do through the table. You can do a lot of moves through the table, but I think it's absolutely fantastic. And I do like the fact that they never changed it up. It would have been interesting to see Devon do the cutter and obviously Bob Ray lift them up, but this way worked for him, and it was a very protected finisher for a while. Up next is Brock Lesnar's F5. Okay, right, Zarya, the tag team partner of Sol Ruca, does give a good F5, but you can't beat Brock Lesnar's. Okay, absolutely phenomenal, especially depending on who he gives it to. Maven took a great F5, so did Rob Van Dam. The one I didn't like though was Matt Morgan's. If you remember Matt Morgan, I didn't like his. Then we have the only submission on here. I do like a lot of submissions, but my favourite one is Ric Flair's figure 4 leg lock. I like Ric Flair's because I used to like the bit where he used to do that weird twerking thing, and obviously try and do what he can to make it even more painful because he's the dirtiest player in the game. And another reason I liked it on here is because I asked a friend to put me in the figure 4 leg lock, and I couldn't walk for about 2 or 3 days after about 3 seconds. So I know how painful it is. This finisher might be the most brutal finisher in wrestling history. I might be wrong, but just yeah. But it is Test's running big boot. Well, it was his big boot. I remember watching that, and I absolutely loved that finisher back then, and I love it now. Just running from one side of the ring to the other and just booting someone's face off. Not like a little kick and that. I mean, he tried to take their bloody head off. I do remember one big boot that he did though was to the Big Show at Backlash 2001 in a Last Man Standing match when it was Big Show versus Shane McMahon. He fell over from doing the move and I was like, it's Claymore. I don't know the technical name for this, but I'm going to call it the running knee. First debuted, I think, with Daniel Bryan, giving it to John Cena at SummerSlam 2013, I think. Obviously now used by the same person, but goes by his real name of Bryan Danielson, and it still looks brutal. John Cena took it very, very well the first time watching it. That's probably one of the reasons it's on here, but it's just a move you know would hurt if it actually hit you in the face. Again, this might be another name I'm pronouncing wrong or saying wrong. He might have changed it now, but it's got to be one of, well, it's the only one on the list, obviously, is a high-flying move that I could think off the top of my head, but it's going to be the Red Arrow from Pac. I don't even know what he does. It's like, does he like flip and then turn and splash like is it like a corkscrew shooting star press? All I know is it's damn impressive, and the fact I don't even know how he even does it. I don't think I can even do it with my dolls action figures. Last two, you won't like the last one. You probably think it's stupid, but who cares? It's the spear, but I'm talking about a certain spear. Originally, it would have been Goldberg's spear, but now it is Bron Breakker's spear. Ever since he basically speared Carlito into retirement or release or whatever it was. Yeah, I'm not talking about Edge's spear, the running hook. No, Bron Breakker's spear, when he hits it properly, I absolutely love it. The last on the list though, it's a bit of a stupid one. Okay, but right, if it makes you laugh, it's not exactly a terrible thing, and it is very protected. Okay, only 2 people have kicked out of this move. Right, I'll try and give you a bit of a clue here. One was Sheamus, okay, and one was Daniel Bryan. The difference is though, Daniel Bryan kicked out of the Cobra when Santino Marella was wearing the sleeve. So my number 10 on the list is the Cobra. The fact that you can do it to anyone, pull it out of anywhere. I don't know if it hurts or not, maybe not. There's some comedy with it. Obviously, have some serious moments, some close calls, right? And the little finger does where he smacks his elbow, his wrist, and turns it down, and he shouts, "Cobra!" I know it's stupid. Quickly go through the list. I'm going to read it off the actual board so I remember. Clothesline from Hal, JBL. Soul Snatcher from Sol Ruka. 3D from the Dudley Boys. F5 from Brock Lesnar. Figure 4 leg lock from Ric Flair. The running big boot from Test. The running knee from Bryan Danielson. The red arrow from Pac. Bron Breakker's spear. And the Cobra from Santino Marella. Those are my favourite finishing moves in wrestling. Let me know yours. If you think I'm right or wrong about my own opinion, that's really weird to know. Tell me if I've missed one that you like and I'll go, oh yeah, but that's your list, not mine. Anyway, please like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.